buddies. Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now. Like it's not. You ain't got nothing to say. Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop going. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. Crazy. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up, what up? It's the CEO Show podcast. I am your host, CEO, and the microphone is having technical difficulties right now. But how y'all doing today, Tim?
I am great.
Julio?
I'm great.
Y'all are great.
Yeah.
It's raining
Miss Gigi.
outside.
How are
It's
you
ugly
doing
out.
today, sir? How are you doing?
I'm glad somebody asked, man.
Oh my god.
'Cause he be waiting on that
For
shit.
I'm just a
real.
poor black man out here trying to make it, man. Anyway, I'm all right.
You're not poor.
Poor.
You stop speaking that shit.
Well,
You're not
poor is not always finances.
So what are you pouring? Let's dive right the fuck on in. Let's go.
Well, I can't speak with you about my. I speak with my therapist about certain things. I don't have a therapist yet, but I'm working on it. Anyway, Gigi's not here today. Gigi did a party in Dayton, Ohio.
Busy.
Gigi getting the money, man.
Love it.
I'm gonna ask her, can I get a loan next week when she get back? Anyway,
I just want
She's
money. I
still
don't want to
Gigi,
pay it
though.
back.
huh?
I don't want to pay it back. I just want money.
No.
Well, I need a loan. It's okay. I'll pay it back in being nice.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, you're gonna be in debt for a long time.
we have some sad news. Keisha Cole's mom, Frankie Launch, died over the
Sad.
weekend.
Really, really sad. Really, really
And
sad.
I didn't know until I was just reading, sitting here. She had a birthday party in Oakland, her 61st birthday, and she had a drug overdose.
Really?
Yeah, this is what her brother told
did not
TMZ.
know that either.
Just
That's
read
sad.
that.
Wow.
Prayers to her family. She was struggling with that since
Man.
people found out who she was, which was, 15 years ago?
Fun fact, I modeled for her back in the day, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. No.
Frankie?
Yeah, she had like a little t-shirt line.
Okay.
Yeah, we were in New York City, I remember, and she is a character on TV, in person. Yeah,
So she's the same in real life.
Absolutely.
Was Neffy there?
No.
Was Keisha there?
No. Keisha was not there. But
Frankie was stealing.
no. I mean,
You should
it
have modeled
was
this.
a little janky.
Just walk
but
that way outside the
It
doors.
was
Don't
a
stop.
little janky, but it
Oh,
was
when you
cool.
said t-shirt line, and that's
It
all
was a
y'all
little
was
t-shirt. I
modeling.
forget what she said on it. She said a phrase or something like that. I forget what it was.
Shout out to y'all, man. But that's the sad news for the day.
Yeah,
We don't
it's
have
very
any
sad.
other sad news. Prayers to her family.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Julio, how was your weekend, man?
Worked.
Oh, that wasn't fun. Anyway.
Not at all. Not at all. Worked.
Tiff, how was your weekend?
Same. I was actually pretty slow. It being a birthday bash though, so I don't know if people are just doing more like isolated parties.
Hold on,
but it
y'all
was-
wasn't packed?
It got like that towards the latter of the night. Almost like every night was like that. It was like, where the hell everybody at? And then everybody swarmed in. So I don't know. You know, if
This
there
was
were other
Saturday
events.
night swarm in late.
Every night. It was like that, for the 3 days.
I think birthday bash, I was looking at some footage. It had so many people performing. It was
Yeah.
really packed in the audience.
It was. I hear it was amazing.
I'm like,
actually.
maybe the concert just went really late.
Right,
and
which is
people-
what a lot. Actually, I've heard that before. So yeah.
Concerts sometimes go really late.
I'm glad to hear of no. Did you hear of any violence or any bullshit
No,
happening?
all the violence was
No.
happening in Buckhead. Don't worry about it. And some violence happened today at Perimeter Mall.
Shut up. I
So
was
they
just
moving.
there.
They
Wait,
moving that
what
shit
happened?
further
Wait a
north.
second. What happened to Bruno?
Perimeter Mall today. I was reading. I do a lot of reading these days. It's just junk shit though. Anyway, I was reading, and a lady posted. She works for CNN. She posted that at Perimeter Mall, there was a shooting that happened. Nobody got shot. Nothing
In
happened.
the mall.
Inside of Macy's, at somewhat like I guess people tried to rob the sunglass hut
Oh
inside
my
of Macy's.
goodness.
Oh my
And
god.
shots
Wow.
rang out.
Oh my goodness.
They were taken into custody. I don't know if it's multiple people or one person, but they said
That's
that
awful.
they were taken into custody. So
Let me tell y'all something. I used to work for Macy's. Them folks don't make enough money for this. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Like, what? I would lose my mind going to work. I'm making X amount of dollars. My shit is capped.
yeah,
And then I gotta worry about somebody shooting me potentially. Hell no. Like,
Yeah,
point
no
me to the
jobs
closest
worth that.
pole at this point. Fuck that.
Oh,
On to the next story. On to the next story. Oh, that was sad about what happened
There you
at
go.
Perimeter Mall today.
Yeah.
As Mozzie sits in the kitchen.
Point her to
Yeah,
the
my
next
son-
pole. All right.
Mozzie
Dang, if I
is-
work at Macy's, you know what I'm saying?
Mozzie
Again,
is
they don't
here
make a lot of
today,
money.
and
No
Tiffany
shade to them.
decides
I'm
to
just
start
saying
talking about
retail
the
don't
poll.
make a lot of money.
They don't.
Yeah.
And then I got to deal with gunmen coming. You know, my life being at jeopardy. It just sucks. And I guess you do have to think about that even walking outside your front door. But who wants to live in fear in that way?
Well, definitely a mall
You know what I'm
job.
saying? Yeah, like come on. And that teenage daughters, hell no. Like, no, you're not working at a mall. I'm not okay with that. And
What's-
they've asked me several times.
When's the last time you been in Lennox?
I go almost every day.
Bro,
Yesterday.
I went.
Oh, yeah, so you
I
went
went
to the
like
wrong person.
about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, with
Mm-hmm.
my wife. We were going to look for the Invicta store. I didn't know they had like metal detectors by the escalators. Like you go down one, it checks you at the
There's
top,
one,
and
there's
then
one
they.
at the front, at the entrance. They only let you come in on one side at the front. So there's one at the front at the entrance. There's one at the top of the escalator.
Yeah, the food court thing.
Those are the only two.
oh, I don't.
I don't really get the purpose of it though.
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say
it's like,
there's
I can just
a
walk in
thousand.
the store.
Yes, there's
Just
a
walk in Macy's.
thousand other doors that I can go through. So help me understand. Maybe that's why they have the different checkpoints of.
But y'all know what's crazy? There's a connection to all of these mall shootings, and it's usually Macy's. The one that happened at Lenox in the front was in front of Macy's. The one that happened today was inside of Macy's. There was another one.
Are you saying that to say Macy's has a security?
There's a
issue?
lady who was working for Macy's who got shot. They tried to rob her last year during the pandemic. And
I ain't got time.
she didn't want to give up whatever, and they shot her. So Macy's is I guess because Macy's is such a huge store. I don't know. And then it's a store that a lot of people frequent.
I was
They
just gonna say
do.
maybe it's they reference it a lot. Like how many times have you pulled up to the mall and meet me at Macy's, meet me outside of Macy's?
Minimal,
You know,
I will
it's
say
like,
to you as
it's a
somebody
go-to.
who like shops at Macy's, there's very minimal staff.
Yes,
working
all the
there.
time. I've worked there.
Like
yes.
Lenox is one of the biggest Macy's in Atlanta, and it usually has one person in the men's section,
I
which
guess
is
all Macy's
huge.
are
It's just sad. It's absolutely
Across the
sad. I need people to stop shooting. That ain't gonna make you stop shooting, but
Yeah.
I would love for people to stop shooting. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't know what race it is. I'm not gonna speculate today until I have more information.
Can you imagine coming back to work at Macy's and you know there's always that extra motherfucking employee?
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
imagine like Bob from fucking the shoe department wearing a bulletproof vest? You can't even be mad at him.
No.
Like how are you gonna be mad at Bob?
Bro, my wife didn't want me to
Mhm.
go to Lenox Mall. I was like, the Invicta stores in Lenox Mall. I need to get one of my watches fixed. Let's go.
And that's upstairs. That's right by.
yeah, it's on the second or
Forever
third
21
floor.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she was
She
like,
got
"No, we
friends.
can't go there."
I don't even know.
Come to find out, her ass had been there like 2 days before. She thought she was at Perimeter. I was like, "How the fuck did you
That's
mix those two
hysterical.
up?"
I was just at Perimeter. I was just at Costco right there. That's
It's
crazy.
probably easy if you don't go a lot. Like y'all, you say you live in Cumming.
Yeah, but we used to stay in Sandy Springs, so she was used to Perimeter
Oh
Mall.
yeah.
How you fuck those two up?
You still
Yeah, well, Perimeter
That
Mall
would
is
be
a
something I
woman's
do.
mall. I call it the woman's
There
mall.
ain't shit in there for me. I can tell you
Yeah,
that now.
actually, walking through the mall, you're all right.
It is.
I'm not really a
Every-
mall walker.
Yeah.
Everything is
I
super.
only like to go when I'm shopping. I don't do that.
Y'all,
when
did
I'm
y'all
I don't
ever
really
like
shop at the mall
walk the
anymore.
mall in high school just to
Hell
like, well,
yeah, of
to
course, just-
find girls?
Hell
Or
yeah.
But just to
find-
hang out, yeah,
Yeah.
just to hang out, eat bullshit, talk, yeah, literally walking fucking circles.
I look around sometimes to see if kids are still doing that. They are. They're still there.
In the food court for sure, they're definitely hanging out, but they spending money. What do you got? I ain't had money. Y'all
Nah,
Where the
hell
fuck y'all
nah.
getting this money from?
They selling water by the light and still
And robbing you when you don't buy it.
Oh, I'm not gonna put that.
They
on
found
kids.
Quavo. He was at the gas station. You know, he's super nice. He comes to the job all the time, actually. But he's super nice to fans. Yeah, so he was at the gas station. Somebody recorded him at the gas station. You know, ATL Scoop. They
They be on it.
They be on
Yeah,
everything.
they be on it.
Mm-hmm.
But they found him, saying hi to people at the gas station, and then like 10 minutes later, the water boys found him somewhere.
See the candy kids that tried to rob the baby?
Yeah.
Wait,
well,
what?
They, just
They ain't even they tried to
They
get
tried
him.
to rob him. He had two kids at candy, and the baby came like he opened the door to his tour. I guess his Sprinter van, and he says, "Hey, how much you want for that candy?" And how much you charge? And the guy was like, "Oh, I charge $2 a bag." And he was like, "How much for the whole box?" And he was like, $200. And he was like, "What? It ain't $200 worth of candy in there. What are you talking about?" And he asked the other kid the same thing, and I think he might have said the same thing, but he
Yeah, he
was just
did.
like, "Dude, how about let me give you this $4. Give me them 2 bags.
He bought something from
and
each one of them.
You learn your lesson. How about that? Like, and it's a valuable lesson. I think it was bigger than, it was more of, look, don't try to take advantage of people just because you know they got money.
They got it. So it was an obvious this isn't $200 worth.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, and I don't got the baby money, but I'm learning that people, when they think you got money, they will take advantage of you. That just is what it is.
Sir.
I learn that lesson every single effing day. I promise you. It's just like people think
But
you got
you
some
have
money.
a life theory that money is just it. Not that it resolves it, but that's what it's gonna cost. That's just what it is.
Yes, I do, but I'm not overpaying for fucking candy.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Now, I
And
wouldn't mind
I hate
giving-
when people try to take advantage of you. Like, I don't care how old you are. People just in general, when they think you got money, they will sit around and come up with things to do with it.
Because he could have
That's what
simply
I'm
said,
saying.
hey, this is what the box costs, but this is what I'm trying to get. Can you help me get to this? And he probably would have. He
Right.
said he would have more than likely gave him a stack. Fuck 200, I'd have gave you a stack.
I
It
get
was the
it.
way
believe
that
him.
it was done. I understand.
Exactly.
I get the lesson he was teaching, but I
get
just
it.
think he's kind
You know, he really no.
I
I
don't
think
think
he
so.
just don't play about his. Isn't he the same one that like knocked over the bellboy when he was trying to take a picture of him and his daughter or something like that?
Well, he hit him.
Yeah, he hit him. Mhm.
You know, he's gonna pay for that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You have life lessons to learn as well, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
You can't walk around putting your hands on people, or it will cost you 6 figures.
He's
That
just not
is
with
what
it.
it
You're not
is.
gonna take advantage of me in any kind
Yeah,
of way, kind
and
of person.
eventually
You know?
you're going to jail.
Yeah.
But that's
I
another
don't wish
thing.
that on. Good lord.
I don't wish.
Oh, speaking of the baby and the baby, what's her name?
Danny
Finally,
Lee?
yeah, she finally announced this pregnancy that we've been known about for months now.
But who's the daddy?
That's the mystery, bitch. That's the fucking thing you need to reveal, not the goddamn belly. We didn't seen the belly. Remember, she was at the sneaker store, like
Yeah.
the small little belly. We've been seeing this already, but we want to
She's
know
dope
who.
too, man.
She is. She's drop dead gorgeous. She's really
She's
dope.
dope.
But and I didn't see. Of course, everybody was stalking the baby's story during her baby shower. She had a baby shower and a photo shoot and all that great shit. She's about to drop soon, so the baby's somebody's. This is somebody's baby.
It's so close too to like. It's almost like they just stopped hanging
They
out.
stopped hanging out, and then bam, she was pregnant. So, and then of course I'm hearing all this blogs. You know, you can't move on that fast, but you don't know. She could have met somebody the very next week, and you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah, that's what girls is doing now. That's what she's trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, pretty much.
there's no time frame.
Here today, going
You
tomorrow,
know,
my
we
nigga.
heard you. You and
Yeah.
Gigi said. I said, how long does it take to
wait.
move on from a breakup?
And your ass is replaceable,
Same
sir.
day. That's what I was told by Gigi. But anyway.
Actually, it was like still in the relationship type answers out we were
Oh
getting.
my god, I do not overlap, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So if you move
Moving
on
right
tomorrow, you are well within your rights. If you broke up with someone today.
If I'm cutting them off, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
Then yes, I'm well within my rights to move the fuck on. If I no longer have intentions on ever speaking to you and we're not nothing,
And you end up pregnant immediately.
if I end up pregnant with, that's my fucking business.
But that means, never mind.
That means
Go
what?
ahead.
What does that mean?
We're going to move on to
No,
this
no,
next
no. What does
story.
that mean?
Hey, Julio, when you were
The
younger.
hell? Oh, that's so corny. What does that mean? If she cuts him off totally, right?
Yes,
if I
but
have
if
a
you move
boyfriend,
on to a new dude
right,
that you just met,
right.
like within that week, and y'all raw dogging already.
He shot that club up that quick.
I mean, you didn't say if she's getting pregnant that week.
I
You
said
said
it.
right away.
She
Right
was-
away could be a month,
She
2
was-
months, 3
well,
months.
I'm telling you within a week, because she was with that nigga and she's super pregnant now. She was pregnant immediately. That was just like a couple of months ago.
You come to me when you know the exact time frame
Okay.
from the last
okay,
time she
just
spoke
say
to
it.
the
So when I
baby
was
and
younger, you were
conception.
saying, no, I was playing.
Oh yeah, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Ah.
I remember the joint back in the day when I was a kid, because you didn't have Instagram where you can see the thotties.
Yeah.
Right.
You had magazines.
Yeah, I got one. I actually
And you
got
the
one of
double
those.
XL.
Yeah.
And I remember
gross.
Tyra
Why do you
Banks.
still have a magazine? You know what I'm saying, girls, because I'm assuming men jerk off with it.
No,
So
I
it's-
didn't.
oh, okay.
I really didn't,
Well, you don't
man.
have to tell her your jerk off
Oh my
experience while we're on here. Anyway,
Oh.
so
Yeah, Mr. Man.
oh, that's another thing. Remember what I told you? He put in the little group thing the other day.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
Did
ain't
you
gonna talk
catch
about
that? He didn't catch that.
He didn't catch it.
Oh,
We'll talk about it
man.
later.
Okay.
But
What
anyway,
the fuck? What's going on? Y'all got jokes and shit at my expense?
only things that you must be texting on the regular. It's okay. No, but swimsuit edition, Sports Illustrated. They have the girl. They have Megan Thee Stallion. She's on the cover. First female. Well, I guess it'd be first rapper ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say female rapper. They have this other lady, Lena Bloom, who is the first transgender woman ever on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. And then they have the young brown-skinned girl, Naomi. Is her name Naomi Osaka?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you
Yeah.
pronounce it.
She is the
I love
first
those
female
earrings she had.
athlete
Ooh, they were so
ever
fly.
on the cover. And I was like, okay, I see what y'all doing. Julio, how do you feel about the Lena Bloom girl?
First of all, she has a hellified surgeon. I was like, I didn't even know that was. I had to read the thing to know that was.
When I read that,
I saw his.
I was like, she had a hellified surgeon. I didn't
I
know.
will say she threw me off. Like when they said she's trans, I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
because none of the features that we would normally, look for to
Right,
say, I know
identify.
that's
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It was not there, and I was like, she got a better surgeon than the fucking Kardashians, and Kylie's shit looks decent, I guess. But yeah, so I don't have an
you
issue with
talking
it.
about the daddy turn mama, turn daddy again, turn mama.
No, I ain't talking about that nigga. Nah, I ain't talking about Bruce.
Caitlyn.
Yeah, that dude or the woman.
Bruce.
And speaking of a Kardashian, a very famous Kardashian has music coming out this week.
Oh my
We're going to talk about that coming up. And we are back. My dog Kanye West has an album coming out this Friday.
Shit, I'm like, nigga, what is you talking about?
Excited. I'm
Yeah,
so
man.
excited. Now we all been anticipating this, have we not?
have.
Everyone.
I have not,
No,
I can tell you.
I didn't know.
Fucking finish.
We all haven't. I can answer, man. No, we haven't. all been
Everybody was
fucking
saying
anticipating.
how right after the breakup, the filing of the divorce, and all of that, that very next album is gonna be fucking bananas, and this is it, guys. Just remember, I said it.
KD said the shit sounded like he was hungry, and when I read that, I was
Hungry?
like he was like where he
Oh,
started
like he
from.
was hungry, like,
yeah,
you know, like he got
artist.
something to prove. Yeah, absolutely.
And when I
can't
heard
wait.
that,
I'm
I was
excited.
like, okay.
Well, Justin LeBoy said, Kanye played his new album for me and Katy Trey 5 last night in Vegas. Man, listen, the production is light years ahead of his time, and the bars sound like he's broken hungry trying to get signed again. Any artist who plan on dropping soon should just push it back respectfully. Kanye West's album is really done. When it drops this week, we probably not going to listen to anything else for a while. Let me enjoy all the current artists I'm listening to until then. God bless. And then he says, Kanye had Kevin Durant at 7 feet tall dancing while the album was playing. Shit was crazy. Okay, I'm really out this time. Respectfully. I was always hoping that Kanye would do another secular album. I wasn't sure because he went the whole gospel route.
I knew it was coming.
And yeah, he coming off a breakup. I think anybody like that, if he's back to rapping, he's probably got a lot
He's
to
better.
say.
He's better brokenhearted. Lord forgive me.
Yeah.
What was it?
He's gonna tell the truth. That's the
Ooh,
one.
Yes, and I can't.
That's what him and
fucking
Trump.
wait.
That's what him and Trump have in
Wait.
common. Like Trump tells a lot of lies, but like if you just let him talk, he gonna tell the truth.
Was
eventually.
808 and Heartbreaks after Amber?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This shit gonna be motherfucking fire, my
Absolutely.
nigga.
I'm so
The
excited.
difference though,
Hell yeah.
808s and Heartbreaks was not respected when it first came out the way it should have
Absolutely
been.
not.
That shit.
No.
It was a
It was
different
not.
That
sound.
shit was
You know,
classic.
Well, I can't
And-
say it was when he met Kim or when he started changing. I think is when we started to reflect on remember Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was more of that type of appreciation because we weren't getting that Kanye no more.
Mm.
But now we finna get this motherfucking. I am
Yeah.
so excited.
I'm excited
I'm
too,
so
man.
excited.
But
Oh,
if
but
he
you
po-
weren't a second ago. What you mean?
Huh? No, I'm excited. I'm ready. I
But-
can't like for me. I just need to hear it. Like I know
Yeah.
he has the concert here Thursday night at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The tickets went on sale to the public today at 5 p.m. I looked at the most expensive ticket.
Shit, that already
One of
counts
them
me
said
out.
$10,000. I was like, yo, that's got to be a typo. But then it was like, oh, you can sit front row or something like that for like $600, $700, something like that.
That's not bad.
I'm not spending it, but it is
No?
what it is. I ain't got it. Anyway.
When is it?
Thursday.
Mm.
I think it's 8 p.m. on Thursday. But Kanye gonna do is I don't know if he's perform. They said listening party.
I'm down. I would just. do
Or
the
listening event. I've been to those before, being in radio and being the assistant music director for a radio station. It's usually boring, but the artist usually is not Kanye West. I will tell
Right.
you that.
Yeah, he's gonna put
So
on the
I
show.
want to go. I want to go.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Unless we get some free tickets right. Oh, I
wanna
gotta work the next
go.
day anyway, so that shit ain't gonna work.
But yeah, shout out to Kanye, man. Anyway, I saw this other thing online, and people kind of went crazy about it. Where's it at right quick? Here it is. This guy said, dating a woman after 30 is miserable. It's just a job interview. What do you do for a living? Where do you live? Do you rent or own? What kind of car do you drive, etc.? These women want to qualify you materialistically to see if you can be their retirement plan. I want to know what Tiffany thinks about this.
And the only reason why he's saying this is because we've already put this in our group chat, and I did already respond. So I'm just going to go ahead and read verbatim.
Hear it live right now.
Let's just read it verbatim. Here, I'll give it to you. No problem.
Oh, it's the hood in this bitch today.
One moment, please, because we talk a lot, guys. Okay, so I said women want security, a man that leads and stability. Maybe the wrong questions are being asked, but dating with a purpose should not be an issue. What the fuck are we doing? If it's fun that you're looking for, go to an amusement park, pick a dating app, but don't feel away while dating a more mature woman and she's asking questions that'll determine whether or not she wants to waste her time or any of your time.
Why is it a waste of time based on where he lives, apartment or house? Why is that a waste of time?
I think that type of response is asshole-ish because that's not the only questions that she's asking.
No, I'm saying all these. Okay, what type of car I drive? Why is that important? Why are these things important to us getting to know each other?
What was the questions that was asked on the thing?
He says, what do you do for a living?
Valid.
Where do you live? Do you
Valid.
rent or own?
Valid.
What kind of car do you drive?
You get what I'm saying? Like, is that not valid information that I feel like I would want? The car thing, I don't give a fuck about that. So I can understand that. But where do you live? Yes, that's a valid question.
Okay, so
I feel
what's the difference between him renting an apartment or owning?
That lets me know what financial space you're in or where you're looking at.
That's
or maybe
not
like,
true.
no, let me finish.
Or
maybe that'll give me a scope of your plan. I'm not going to judge based on, he's renting, so he's not ready. No, it's, again, that's why I said maybe the wrong questions are being asked. But I do feel like asking those questions is going to lead to who he is and what space he's in and that type of thing. Like, I don't feel like that's an issue. I don't feel like that's wrong. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that doesn't know how to deal with their money, is in not driving because his credit is fucked, but his credit got fucked because of this, you ask questions to get information so that you know how the person is going to be able to handle you or in them together as a unit. I don't feel like that's an issue. So again, I believe the wrong questions are being asked, but what it's leading to is not a problem. I want to date on purpose.
Now, the problem with that is, and I'm not speaking about you, but generally I see females who ask these questions but don't meet the requirements that they want to hear on the other end.
Yeah, and we spoke about that before.
And that's the issue I really have with it. You don't meet these requirements. You're not a homeowner, but he got to own one. Why?
But that's not what he said. He said dating a woman over 30.
I get it.
So dating a more mature woman, we don't just want to hang out in your fucking apartment. I'm sorry. We want to do and it don't have to cost nothing. We can go to the park. We can do stuff, but I don't want to have to be in your home. I don't, you know what I'm saying? We can do more shit. So
that got nothing to do with the questions though.
No, dating a woman over 30, we want to do more. We're not just gonna Netflix and chill. That we want to have conversation. We want to ask questions that's gonna let us know whether or not I can do this or I'm not gonna do this.
How soon do you think it's okay to ask those types of questions, like personal questions like that?
I don't know. I can't really put a time frame on it. I guess it's just the energy that y'all share, really.
I think it can come out. It could kind of come out on the first date, depending on how the questions.
I feel like maybe not so like deep into the real grit of it. I wouldn't be asking those type of dick, but just to get an idea, I would be asking questions. Again, it matters to me if you live with your mom. You know why? And that's not me judging you. Why? Maybe you're taking care of her. Maybe you get what I'm saying. But just to chalk it up like, he lives with his mom and keep it moving. I would want to know why. Or do you own a home? Or why are you renting? Or whatever the fucking case may be. But again, those questions are going to lead to who you are. Not on the surface. If you live in a house and you drive a nice car, that means what to me? You get what I'm saying? I have to ask these questions to know how you're going to, again, lead me, how you're going to lead us.
I think when I read it, it took me back a few years to when I was going on dates. And for me, the only issue, there's a couple of issues I see in it. The issue I see in people doing, like women asking those questions is, you're assuming I want that from you. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying as a woman, you're assuming a man wants all those things from you. Sometimes a man just wants to have a good time. He may put you in a boat, like he may meet you, kick it with you, and be like, nah, I'm probably not gonna see her again. Or,
That's fair.
This is probably just gonna be physical.
Yeah.
Like that may be all this ends up being. So I'll ask you, when is it okay to ask those questions? Because a lot of times it's placement. I've seen women ask those questions in the first sitting. I've seen women ask those questions in knowing them a week. That's probably part of his issue. He seemed to have an issue with it just being real, like,
It seemed direct to me.
interview like, and nobody really wants to go somewhere and sit and meet
Right.
the opposite sex thinking, oh, I'm going to kick it with a person. Hopefully they turn out to be a great person. I may like them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to feel like you're going. It's boring. It's absolutely boring. I do think asking if someone rents or owns, like if you ask me that in a first sitting, I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I
Again,
would. I'd be
questions that are
like,
being asked. I
You're
understand.
you're asking way too soon. I've seen women ask questions like, "Oh, let me see."
It's Mozzie, guys.
I know, Mozzie.
That's our
You gonna
guest
have-
host for the day.
Let's hope you don't have that problem later. But anyway,
He said, you don't play that shit.
Nah,
some
nobody's
women
not.
ask the questions like, it just seems like it's really not about getting to know you versus what you can do for them is really kind of his
Well,
real
then,
problem.
I mean, I get it. I have to answer from my perspective. So
And I get your answer and where you're coming from. You're like, oh, well, we don't want to just come and sit in your house. We don't want to Netflix and chill.
Okay.
and let me
I can tell you that part's not true.
let me
But-
say this really quick.
That's personal.
So you actually proved what I was saying,
Uh-huh.
or what I was saying just a couple minutes ago, as far as, maybe this is just a thing. Maybe this is just a fling. Maybe I just want to be and be gone. And that's fair. That's also what we're determining on our end. We just ask questions where you can look on the surface and be like, not it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to smash and dash. We would, women, for whatever reason, we're asking questions. So in asking those questions, we're probably gonna find out that you the nigga that just want to smash and dash, or everyone reveals themselves if you just give them a little bit of time and space. You know what I'm saying? So the same way that you just answered, that's exactly what we're doing. We don't want to waste our time. That's the same thing. Now, if we're looking for smash and dash, then great. We now are together. But how would I know that?
But the difference is there's no set of questions we're asking.
No,
Like,
okay, so let me not say questions, dialogue. And in that comes questions.
sometimes it's just about, like, a man expects to get to know you when he sits across from you the first time or in dates. Like, that's what he showed up to. Let me get to know her. Like, not material things like what kind of car she drives, where she works. I always stayed away from questions like, where do I work? Like,
But I
'cause
asked that. What do you do for a
because-
living?
Because
I've asked that.
what do you do for a living is a qualifier. It's one of those things he just talked about. It's like, because women are stupid. It's like, if you tell me you're a plumber, I can Google how much a plumber makes. If you tell me you're a
And
teacher
that's
or
a
a middle
really
school
shitty
teacher,
outlet. Like,
No,
that's
but
not the way
that's-
I'm. And I understand, but
that's
that's
not the way
way.
you're. That's not the way you're thinking about it. But I'm telling you how a
lot
man
of-
thinks about
Right.
it.
That's what I'm saying. That's a really shitty
And
outlook on it.
Which
It
may
is.
have him put you in a place. And it's a shitty outlook, but it's because shitty behavior has taken place in the past.
I understand that. I can get it, but I'm gonna always ask.
On both
what do you do
parts,
for a
not just
living?
women. On both parts, shitty behavior is taking place. But I don't. I guess for me, I don't know. I'm not into people who are opportunists, and because I'm not into people who are opportunists, it's just like, I wouldn't tell somebody what I do for a living, or tell somebody. I would never tell you how much money I make. And even if you made the assumptions and found out what I did for a living, and you assume this is what I made, I just let you assume it. I just be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
I mean,
I do agree that sometimes one thing I've heard women say is men leave with money and then they get mad when women ask them for it. And
I agree with that in
get-
certain
I can agree. Yeah,
situations.
I've been led with money. It's like, I'm not impressed by that, but they didn't know how else to. But that's the insecurity. And
It
you can
is.
tell that. That speaks volume.
It is, but money makes, like, women are looking for security, which is another reason you have those questions you have. It's like, in your mind, you want to make sure that nigga is able to lead
Yeah,
you.
we can make
in some
decisions,
type of
and I'm not
way.
raising another child.
Yes. So, and that part of that is security. Like, men don't go on a date asking women, "Hey girl, where you work? How much money you make over there?"
No, I
Like,
understand, but
no,
that
no.
doesn't matter to
We
you
don't-
guys. Does that matter to you? How much
Not
I make?
to me personally.
Exactly. But
You do need to have a job, and you do need to make your
okay,
own
so
money
let's
and
say
be paying
this.
your own bills.
What if you went on a date that wasn't visual? Then what?
What kind of date is that?
I'm saying, let's just say
wonder-
hypothetically. Just say hypothetically,
Yeah, I
you
couldn't
went on
see
a
her?
date that you could not see her.
I wouldn't go on that date.
How do you do that though?
Huh?
But why? Why wouldn't you go on that date?
How do you do it?
You fucking talk to her.
No,
what
me-
do you
No,
mean?
I've seen it on TV. They have those
Like-
shows.
What do you
Oh,
do?
I
You
see.
talk to her.
I know the one you talking about.
I'm just not
You
gonna
get
do
to
it.
know someone. You asked questions.
Because I
But
think
it-
that I'm generally good at conversation. So I could probably, as long as she doesn't have a bad attitude, I could probably have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a waste of my time. Because I've seen a guy do it,
Unbelievable.
and the girl,
Unfucking
he was like, oh, she has a great personality. And the girl ended up being not his type whatsoever. And he continued to date her. I'd be the shallow one. I'd stop. I'd be like, no, I'm good.
That shallow shit, you're really gonna block your blessings.
No.
Speaking from experience, you really block your blessings on that shallow shit because I've met incredible people that I probably wouldn't have gone for. Real shit. And I would have blocked my blessing totally. Checks every fucking other mark off. But just because I'm not immediately attracted to my flesh is not attracted.
So did you
block
give
your
him a
blessing.
shot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering where the fuck
And
this
I
was
know, and I'm saying that speak from experience. I know people as well. That's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And every girl that I've ever spoken to in that situation is like, man, had I not given him that, I would have never known. And she wasn't immediately attracted to him, but they met. May it be like through a I don't know, a friend, and they would just happen to be at the spot at the same time. Not maybe not someone that she would give any play to while they were outside, but they happen to be in the same room amongst other people that they know, and the conversation went about, and they actually clicked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
could be blocking your blessing with that shit.
Call it what you want. I'm here to
They
tell
said
you.
block these blessings.
No, not
The
even
tick- the
not
Kim
even that.
Baby
It's just more like I'm one of those people. We're gonna argue at some point, right? And when we argue, it's like I don't want to feel like I'm settling to be here. And if I feel like I'm settling to be here, when I argue with you, it's gonna be like, nigga,
I'm not saying
you
go
ain't
for
even my
somebody.
type anyway. What the fuck I'm doing here? Like that's how I would feel about it.
So
I'm just
when you
being
said-
honest.
when you said
and
that
I think
girl-
all women are difficult, all of them. And if I'm going to deal with a difficult woman,
It'd rather be one
it's
that you can
going
look
to at
at.
least be the one I prefer to be with. Yeah, all of them difficult. Like some of them may. I will say this: sometimes you can meet people, and they may meet your qualifications better, but they may not physically be what you want. That's a tough one right there. I
How
will
is that a
say.
tough one? How do you get through that?
I think that's more
And
for
do you
women.
think that's impossible for a man or a woman? Do you think
I
that's
think women do
impossible?
it more than men.
I only say it's hard because I always think that a man should want a woman more than
Right.
she wants
That's
him.
why. That's why I was asking.
That's
Okay.
why I say that. Because that part keeps you honest. That part keeps you on the up and up. If you're used to straying, that part, you're like I look at Russell Wilson. And I see pictures of him and Sierra every day online now. I don't know how the hell, I ain't searched for them, but somehow they pop up.
Okay.
And he looks happy to have Sierra.
Yeah.
Like he looks at her like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't believe it. Like it was like he got her last
Yeah.
week and he's still excited about
Yeah.
it. Like, and they're years in and they have children or a child together. I think that's how a
children.
man should look at a woman. So that's why I believe you should go after, if you're going to be with that person forever, you should definitely go after the person that you want. And some people don't care about looks. Some people find other things attractive. Everybody doesn't agree on what's
I'm
attractive.
not saying you don't have to care about looks. I think everyone cares about looks. I feel
No,
like
it's
you
not true.
want to be attracted to. No, everyone
That's some of them
wants to be
motherfuckers walking around
attracted.
Walmart. I'm just gonna say
Everyone
that.
wants to be attracted to whomever they're with. However, I'm saying with blocking your blessing, if that person checks off every mark, but you're immediate, like just looking at them, they're not ugly. They're just not your type immediately.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
They don't have the six pack.
Oh, there's
You
no
want a
down the
six-pack.
line my type. What are you talking about immediately? Like, ain't no later on. What do you mean?
No, what she's saying is, like that girl's in your mind when you see her, she's
let's
not a
use me
dime.
for example. Let's just use me because I'm super slim, right? I'm slim.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
everyone's body's type, right? I have personality. I can wow you, but I am not. I'm not for every guy at
Yeah.
all. I've had multiple men that have liked me or dated me or whatever. It's like initially, I don't go for skinny women. I go for voluptuous women, and we long
you mean
time with no
African.
problem.
Anyway, that's not. I'm just joking.
Shit.
That sounds like African.
I
That's
fucking
not
You dealing with
nice.
Africans?
Anyways, moving right along. No,
You know
my guy
Simon
is not
G's clique?
African. Sorry, he's not African.
Okay.
Simon is African.
Yeah,
She's not dating.
Oh,
no, I'm not dating Simon.
I mean in the clique though, like the
Hold
other
on,
dudes.
you said again.
No,
Anyway.
I did not say again.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
start that shit.
Wow.
Anyway, that's our time for the day.
So Jew,
we'll continue
Portia,
this
Jesse
next week
Kate.
when Gigi gets back.
Please.
But yes, you should go after what makes you happy. Like
I mean, I
if
get it. Again, our perspectives are going to be different because, like you said, a man. It's better for a man, or there's longevity in the relationship if a man is into his woman a lot more.
Yeah.
And I don't think like a man, so I don't view it that way. But I get it. You're not the first person to ever say that. So.
You're gonna bust my bubble. I thought I made it up. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, by the way, CO posted on Facebook, and my wife came to the defense of the shit I be saying all the time about the bills.
Oh, we're gonna get into that next week.
Please, yeah.
We're
Why
gonna
would
get
you bring
into
that up at the end of the fucking show?
No, I want Gigi to be back when that conversation happens because that's
fair.
one I think that conversation will take half.
Cause she screenshotted the shit to me, and she was waiting for me to.
It was just basically that Chad Ochocinco said if a woman allows you to just pay for everything and
She
she
don't
never
love
puts
you.
anything
Yeah.
and she don't love you. I have so many thoughts about that statement, but we'll talk about it next week. Let them know where to find you at.
Yes. You can find us or all of us at the CO Show Podcast as the_CO_show_podcast. Mozzie, come to mama. Come, Moz. And you can follow me on IG at Tiffany Feliciano. That's TIFFANY.
Come on.
FELICIANO. Come.
The star of the show. Come on, bro.
Julio, let them know where to find you.
You can find me at JULIOATL_.
And you can find me at the.co.show. Again, that's at the.co.show. Mozzie, what is your IG?
Breaking Hearts 101. Nah, I'm just lying.
This is my Mozzie.
I'm not going to leave my mama alone. Nah, I'm just joking.
absolutely.
Shout out to you, man.
My mama stay with me.
Gigi
101.
will be back next
Yes.
week. What's Gigi's Instagram?
Gigi
De
De
Niro.
Niro. So it's Gigi_De Niro.
You can follow her. She won't bite.
Yes.
Oh, she gonna get your ass.
I love it. I love
man.
it.
We'll
That's
catch you next week. We
hysterical.
out.
Peace.